Hey, what's up YouTube? Back with another video. This video I'm be showing you. This is the first video of my 100K series challenge that I'm going to be posting and updating y'all every week. This challenge in this video right here, my previous video, I told y'all that I will be going for a 100K challenge after I received the bail, which I did in this video here. This video here is about a 20K funded account and build with it. So if you want to see that, you could check that video out. But so this is the first part of my 100K series. So I'm gonna carry you through the steps that I took to pass my challenge, and I'm gonna carry you through phase one, phase two, a funded account, and a payout with this 100K challenge that I'm doing right now. I'm gonna show you the good and the bad, you know, in trading. I'm gonna give you a weekly update on the challenge that I'm doing right now. And yeah, so this week was my first week trading on the 100K challenge. So I'm gonna tell y'all how it goes. I'm gonna show you the charts. I'm gonna show you the trades that I took, the trades that I lost, trades that I win, how much percentage I'm up to pass the first phase, which is 8% of 100K, which is 8,000. That's the first profit goal. So yeah, we're pretty close to that right now. So I'm gonna show you the charts. I'm gonna show you where I am heading right now. So let's go to the charts. Alright, as you can see, this is the first trade of the week that I took on June. So yeah, we started the challenge on June 1st, the 100K challenge, and this is the first trade that I took, which was a very great trade, a winning trade. I'm gonna show you what happened in this trade. I'm gonna replay it. I'm gonna show you why I entered this trade, how much I made from this trade, or how much it put me up on the challenge. So yeah, so let me replay this for you. Let's go back. Let's go right here. We go to 30-minute. So as you can see, the 30-minute have an order block right here, right? So there's a 30-minute order block. I use the wick, and it spiked it up. It spiked up to the order block. I went to the 5 minutes. So 5 minutes, I look for the entries. As you can see, they disrespected the order block. The candle closed within the zone of the order block. So it's like, okay, no problem. So let's fast forward it right now. As you can see, form a entry order block right there, and it breaks structure right there. So as you can see, that's when I drew my fib up. I drew my fib from the top to the bottom. Some people, use the wick for the fib, but I use the body. So that's what I do. And I was risking roughly around 1% on this trade, but the profit target was 7.5%, roughly around that. As you can see, I was risking 10 pips for a 75 pip gain. I'm gonna show you right now. I was targeting this golden zone right here. So yeah, as you can see, yeah, let's play this on replay right now. Let's see how it goes. So boom, I entered this trade roughly around 9:20, risking 10 pips. So on TradingView, you actually have like a system that you could, actually sell right here. So I use 100 lots. So let me explain the lot size to you on my Forex fund. So the lot size of one lot is actually $1 a pip for my Forex fund prop firm. On other prop firms, it might be $10 per pip for, which is a one lot, which is actually the original the amount. So yeah, on a regular broker, your own account, a one lot is actually $10. Is actually $10 per pip. So don't be going, using one lot thinking that is actually a dollar. Pip is actually not. But for my Forex funds, one lot is actually $1 per pip on my Forex funds. That's to my knowledge for my Forex funds. I don't know about any other prop firms, but that's what I only use my Forex funds. So yeah. So let me I use 100 lot size. So this is actually I was risking 10 pips. So 100 times 10 is $1,000, which is 1% of $100,000. And my goal profit target was 75 pips. So if you do the math, it's roughly around the profit will come out around like 7,600 or something like that. So let's see how it goes. So I sold right here, and let's get a replay. 5 minute candle, up 2,000, up 6,000, bang, 8,000, $7,860. I didn't made $7,860. This was roughly around 7,600 and some. I'm put a profit on the screen right now. I'm gonna put a screenshot up on how much I made on this day. And after I took this trade, I was done for the day. I didn't. I wasn't looking for a next trade. This trade brought me up roughly around 7.6% on the challenge, and the goal was 8%. So roughly, I needed 0.40% more to pass the challenge. You know what I'm saying? So you notice that I wasn't, rushing to pass the challenge. So I actually was finished for the day. I wasn't looking for a next trade. It's always the next day, it's always the next week. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So uh, if I have one more winning trade, I will pass the challenge in the first week. So let's go to the next trade that I took. The next trade was a losing trade, but I'm gonna still show it to you. And losses and wins comes in trading, man. You're gonna lose, you're gonna win. You're gonna be this close to passing the challenge, and you're gonna get a little bit drawback, But you gotta stay focused and follow your system. So let's go to the next trade. Let's go. All right. As you can see right here, this was my losing trade right here that I took. So the second trade was a losing trade. The first trade was a winning trade. But you could see the difference in the losses that I made. The difference between the losses and the wins. I made roughly around 7,600 here, and I lost roughly around 700 or 800 here. I can't remember, but I'm gonna put it up on the screen. But yeah, as you can see, I'm gonna show you the setup too. Even though it was a losing setup, you know, you're gonna get losing and you're gonna get winning one. So see 30-minute order block, you know what I'm saying? Go on the 5 minute for entries, wait for a break of structure, which is right here for me. Um I don't know what type of break of structure you use, but this is what I do. I draw the fifth on the wick from this one all the way up to this wick up here. And I was entering for the buy, for our next buy on at this zone right here. Roughly around this zone right here. So enter here on the fib, on the 78% on the fib. So let's see how it goes. So this one here, I risk roughly around um I said I think it was 20 lots, which is $20 per pip on this one. Yeah, I think I risked roughly around like $20, 20 pips for this trade. Let me take it back right here. So boom. So yeah, that was that's how I drew the setup up. Just gonna enter right here. Stop loss. Just get 43 pips, and the target was to this order block right here. Which was I was risking. I rounded off to 190 pips, 190 pips. I didn't need that full amount. I would have, all I needed was like 12 pips, or I would have canceled it because I don't need the full amount. All I needed was 40% on 0.40 to pass the challenge, because I was already up with this trade 7.5, 7.6%, and all I needed was the 0.40% to pass the challenge. So I wasn't going to hold this trade to this amount on here. I was going to cancel it just because you don't need to. But on my main account, I would hold it because that's my live account. You know what I'm saying? But this is a challenge, so you need to focus on just passing the challenge and hitting the 8% profit target. So yeah, so I bought. Let me see. Let me just go down here. So I bought right here. Boom. Right. And let's see how this trade goes. As you can see, it was straight to the stop loss. Once the trade hit the stop loss to me right away like this, that means it was just a bad, not a bad trade. It just was a losing trade. This is a good setup. But not all the time the setup works. It's probability. So yeah. So I lost roughly around like $908 on this one. I'll put up on the screen right now, and that set me back like 1.9% or so, 1.8% on the challenge. So right now I'm up roughly around 6%, 6.9%. I think I'm gonna put up on the screen right now. I'm gonna show you, and yeah. So that's the first update for the 100K challenge. Next week I'm gonna post the next video when the week is over. Let's go. Let's see the news for next week, man. So this is Forex Factory. This is where you see the news update for Forex and for the market in general. So as you can see, we have CPI next week. So next week's gonna be a very hefty week, man, in the markets. As you can see, a lot of high impact news right here. CPI, FOMC, federal fund rates, you know, um, core retail, a lot of high impact news for next week. For this week here, it didn't have all that news. As you can see, you only had news on Monday and Thursday. Which is okay. It doesn't have to be. This was typically like a slow week, but it was a very great week too. So next week is gonna be a very, I mean, a very, amazing week. I like when it has, news like this because it shows that it's gonna be you know, a lot of liquidity, a lot of, impact, a lot of volume in the market next week. So yeah, guess I'm gonna wrap up this first series on this challenge right here. This is the first series of the 100K challenge. The next series is gonna be next week. I'm gonna give you a weekly update on where I'm at with the challenge. If I pass phase one, if I pass phase one and phase two next week, let's see, man. Because it's gonna have a lot of high impact news next week. So roughly, the goal right now is 8% for the profit target. But now roughly I need roughly around like 1.8% more to pass the challenge right now. So I'm right there. I'm pretty close to passing the first phase. So let's see how it goes, man. Stay tuned for that. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at GTJoffX. I'll put it up on the screen right now. And stay tuned for the next video, man. And make sure you put God first, man. I won't be here if it wasn't for God. All the glory goes to God, because yes, He equipped me with all the wisdom, knowledge, understanding that I asked for. Ask and you shall receive. So I asked God for wisdom, knowledge, understanding. For the past 2 years, I was in a deep losing streak, and He has placed me. That is where He wanted me to be, so I could learn and refine myself in my trading career, and to get better in certain areas of what I was lacking. So He needed me to go through that losing streak so I could come out and be at the position that I'm at right now. So everything is seasonal. Every season that you're in right now, you might be in a losing season, but just know that's where God wants you to be. So continue to ask God for wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and in that losing season, He's going to equip you with all the wisdom, all the knowledge that you need to better yourself and to develop yourself, to refine yourself, to refine your craft, your gift, whatever you're doing. So you have to stay in that season. So everything bad works for the better good of you. So let's always remember that. So yeah, always put God first, man. If it wasn't for God, I won't be here today. All the glory goes to God. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video once again. And GT Child FX out, man. Let's go.